All right, the next step that we need to take a look at in preparing, so I'm going to review some techniques here if you wanted to add like a rounded face or a face that was like had like a diagonal face. And so those are options here for extra points, and so I'm going to review kind of both of them. And so the first thing we're going to look at is adding a diagonal face. And so there's not like an easy way to do this. I mean, you can make a really simple diagonal face like this, where you could just sketch a diagonal like that, make a triangle, and set this to be like 10. Okay, and then you could extrude it. You could do a remove, and let's say we set it to be 10, just like that. So that's one way we could do a diagonal face. Okay, and that's a pretty simple one. But if we want to do something a little more complex than that, I'll show you some other ways you could do it. So if we wanted to cut off like the whole corner instead of just like the bottom edge, there's a couple things we could do. We can make a plane, and so let's select, for our plane, we'll select this point, and that point. And let's say we're going to cut off that corner. And we're going to make this to be a 3-point plane, like that. Now let's change it from this one to that one. Okay? And then what we're going to do now is we're going to do a split. And we're going to split this part with this plane. Okay? And so now you can see it actually cut it into 3 parts. Right? So we don't want to necessarily get rid of all of them. But now we can say, okay, this little piece right here, I want to get rid of that. So I can go delete. And then I want to add everything else back together. And so I'm going to use this tool called Boolean. And we'll put them back together. And there we got that nice little slice on there. Hide that plane. Just like that. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is doing this. So we can come to here, and we can choose bridging curve. And so normally it starts with like match curvature, match tangent or something. We want match position. So we're going to click right here and right there. Oop. Sorry, we're going to click right here for this, for the start, and here for the end. And you want to make sure that you say match position. We've got that line right there. Okay, and now we're going to make another one. It's going to start here and end there. And then we'll make a third one. It's going to start here and end there. Okay? And now we're going to create a surface using fill, in which we select those 3 edges like that. And now I've created a surface. So I'm going to hide the part so we can see that surface we made. Okay, and now we're going to do split again using that surface we made. Oh, no, we're going to split this, and then for the entity we're going to choose the surface we made. And you can see now it did this again where it cut it into multiple pieces, but if we click trim to face boundaries, now it's just going to do that. We can actually have it, so now it's going to split it into 2 parts for us. Alright, we have part 1, part 2, and I can even say here, instead of keep both sides, I can choose which side I want to keep, just like that. And then if I want to change the side, I can flip it. Okay? And so that's another way to do it, using that split tool and the bridging curves. Okay? Or you could do like a rounded face. So if I want to do a rounded face, let's go, we're going to choose, make a new plane. And here I'm going to choose mid plane. So I'm going to choose the top one and the bottom one. It's going to give us a mid plane. We're going to sketch on this plane. Let's go with plane 1. Okay. And so now I'm going to draw a line at the center here. Let's grab this. Okay, so draw a line at the center, not a construction line. Just like that. And then I'm going to draw an arc. Kind of make it this coincident with that. There you go. And now you can adjust like how far you want it to stick out and stuff. Technically, we probably want it to be tangent here, but that will limit our size here. So we'll be kind of fixed to that size. And then we can revolve that. And so you can make it smaller. You don't have to make it tangent here. Actually, let's not make it tangent there. There you go. So we can have it stick out a certain amount. Let's say we want it to stick out like 2, like that. Okay? And then we can revolve that. And we could select this revolve axis. And we can choose add. And there you have that. Let's say we want to do a cut it on this side. So we'll make another sketch. Something similar. We'll find the center of it. We'll come up like that. And we're going to make another 3-point arc. This one we might have to cheat a little bit. We'll see. We're going to go like that. Make this coincident to here. So we're going to start by attaching this to the corner, but we're going to have to undo that. And we'll set the depth here to be 4 as well. Or 2, what was it? What did I make it? Let's say it was 2. And now we're going to do a revolve and a remove. Okay, so I'm going to choose, I got to close it off too. So let me come back to here, draw a line to close this off, just like that. And now I'm going to revolve, choose this face and that axis, and merge with part 1. Oh, looks like I let us do it. Okay, and so now we have that rounded corner there, phase 2. So now these would like fit together with those rounded edges if you wanted to. And you can get a little more creative with it if you wanted. Okay, so this is how you would go about doing those diagonal faces or those rounded faces.